activities on top. And this is one of our guidelines because written procedures. So we need to create that link organic surrounding and all stakeholders within this subsector to make sure that they have that minimum as in 2019, three tanker explosions occurred, followed by another three a year after the last about the last main airport building at the end of legislation. So tankers between 89 and minutes of planes trying to implement this may happen in Chicago last year. And looking at it different way, you can explain to us something. You should know this is the news.
Fuck, man. Fuck. Mhm. See. Last.
500,000. All the points, 10 million. Are removed. All those routes. Even if you see people in their compounds, they have dug a well linking the pipeline. They are premises. They are scooping their own fuel. How about air transportation? Yes. Corruption, but then it involves a lot of investment. I think government should look into that. But you see, this is a private sector driven business. You need specialized real tankers, okay, for that. I mean, it's not this conventional fuel tankers that you put on. That is what they do in other countries, especially I've seen it in Europe. You see, like millions of what for like 60, 70,000 liters per one. Like so this is not the full stand. Yeah, I think it was in Chicago, but this is not the full system. No, no. See, the government, there's a particular area. It's not about the state of the state of the roads. Exactly. Yes, fine. Some of it. So I don't know when she got into the house and went back. Professor, sorry, I'm still looking at who is that? It could be anything. It could be that thing that actually, that's it. When we'll start surrounding ourselves with the critical thinking, but clarity and sharing that word. Yeah, no, the boy, when we get it's enough for ourselves now. It's enough for ourselves. Or for somebody close to us. Ó tún ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ ẹ̀yìn èèyàn kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà là ń bi ni ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbọ̀dàbọ̀ ẹ̀ súnmọ́ bí ẹ tún wá gbọ́ latest update o lórí ilé ìta tún gbó wá fún yín ní sáà yìí ó gbẹnu tán. Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in Mecca on 12 Rabi al-Awwal. His mother, Amina, was the daughter of Wahb ibn Abdul Manaf of the Zara family. His father, Abdullah, was the son of Abdul Muttalib. His ancestors can be traced to the noble house of Ishmael, the son of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. The Prophet's father died before he was born, and his mother took care of him till the age of 6. By the time he turned 6, his mother too passed away. His grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, took tender care of the orphan child, but he also ended up passing away in the next 2 years, and before his death, he put the uncle of Muhammad, Abu Talib, in charge. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, grew up as an obedient boy. When he was 12 years old, he accompanied his uncle Abu Talib on his journey to Busra. They traveled for many months in the desert. It was at Busra that the Christian monk Bahira met Muhammad. He then said to Abu Talib, "Return with this boy and guard him against the hatred of Jews. A great career awaits your nephew." Abu Talib didn't quite understand what it meant. His nephew was just a normal child. He thanked Bahira and returned to Mecca. After this journey, nothing special happened in the life of this young prophet for a long time, but all authorities agree that he had a great wisdom, manners, and morals, which was rare among the people of Mecca. He was liked by everyone for his good character and wisdom that he received the title of Al-Amin, which means the faithful. Like every other child, he had to do the chores in his family. His uncle had lost most of his wealth, and the prophet helped him by taking care of his flocks. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, mostly led a solitary life. He was sad when he saw the sudden outburst of bloody quarrels among the people of Mecca. The people didn't care about the law. The Prophet's heart grieved when he saw the misery of other people, and such scenes were a daily occurrence in Mecca during that time. When the Prophet was 25 years old, he traveled once again to Syria, and it was here that he met the love of his life, Khadija. Khadija was one of the most beautiful and noble women around, and she was from a very wealthy family. But she was a widow. Despite being a widow, many wealthy and prominent men in the society asked her hand in marriage, but she rejected them all, and she had lost the desire to marry again. It was only until Prophet Muhammad entered her life. Khadija was looking for someone honest who could conduct business for her. It was then that she got introduced to the Prophet. The Prophet soon started working for her and set out for his first business trip, followed by a servant. After they came back, she got the word about the Prophet's conduct. The servant amazed her by his report. Khadija fell deeply in love with the Prophet. Even though he was 15 years younger, she resolved to marry this man. The next day, she sent his sister to this young man. "Why are you not married yet?" she asked him. "For lack of means," he answered. "What if I were to offer you a wife of nobility and beauty? Would you be interested?" she asked. "Who is it?" he replied. When she mentioned her sister, the young man chuckled in amazement. "How could I marry her? She has turned down the most noble men in the city. They were much wealthier and prominent than this poor shepherd." But the sister replied, "Don't you worry, I will take care of it." Not long after, the Prophet married Khadija,
May Allah be pleased with her. It was the beginning of one of the most loving, happiest, and sacred marriages in all human history. This marriage gave him the loving heart of a woman who consoled him and kept alive within him a flickering flame of hope when no man believed in him. When the Prophet reached the age of 35, he settled by his judgment a grave dispute which threatened to plunge Arabia into a fresh series of war. It was the time for rebuilding the Kaaba. Every tribe who had gathered there wanted the honor of raising the black stone, the most holy relic. Then a senior citizen intervened, and he said to the people, "You will listen to the first man who enters through that gate." The people agreed and waited patiently looking at the gate. The first man to enter the gate was none other than Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the Alameen. The different tribes sought his advice, and after they finished, the Prophet ordered, "Place the stone on a cloth. Each tribe shall have the honor of lifting the stone by holding a part of the cloth." The people happily agreed to this idea. The stone was thus placed, and the rebuilding of the house was completed without further interruption. The Prophet always helped the poor and needy as well. It is said that when his uncle Abu Talib fell into bad times, the Prophet cleared all his debts using his personal wealth. The Prophet also undertook the education of his uncle's son, Ali. A year later he adopted Akil, another one of his uncle's sons. The Prophet, from his humble beginnings, had now become wealthy and quite respected. Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her, gave birth to 3 sons and 4 daughters. But none of the male children survived. They all died in childhood. It was during this time that a group captured Zaid, a young boy, from the arms of his mother. These people then sold the boy as a slave in the market of Ukaz. Zaid was bought by a relative of Khadija, and he gave him as a gift to her. Khadija in turn gave the boy to the Prophet as a gift. The Prophet became very attached to Zaid, to whom he referred as Al-Habib, which means the beloved. Zaid considered the Prophet to be his mentor and followed his ways. The boy had a spiritual mind and good morals of the Prophet. In the meantime, Zaid's parents were still grieving at the loss of their son. They prayed on a daily basis that their beloved son would be returned to them. One day, the parents of Zaid visited Mecca to perform the pilgrimage. It was here that they spotted Zaid, and with great relief, they rushed. How do you think it went down to peace? When people took action, drastic action, a genuine revolutionary motivated that action. When I was moved by the name of the revolutionary, because the country was in turmoil at this time. When you listen to listen his broadcast, it was a revolutionary broadcast. And it is a genuine with good intention for the country. We moved. So yours is funny as if this guy can convince me, then you can say, oh, maybe this man would like to take over from me as well. Not see what he conservative is. Manjo knew. Yes. Manjo is a revolutionary. Yes. And you think a conservative to carry out revolutionary idea. The initial could fail, and because of that failure, that's why there was a kata. There wouldn't have been a kata. We are the revolutionary white power. They wouldn't have allowed it. When I was speaking with Chief Pastor, he said everyone knew that the Zulu was a true nationalist. And that's why they gave them a road barrier. Even the federal government, under their house, said they should give them a road barrier. Revolutionaries are predictable. No, they are radical. They are not predictable. They are people with idea, genuine idea to make changes. You don't think happen much in the East here. That's why people tell me that. But unless when you see that, it's not like but from office and training revolution. That's why some people are trained that. There were no military revolutionaries that wanted to make him prime minister by joining the war. Hey, enter with it. Turn back to just get the central government to take on the money and make it to I don't send somebody money. You will not do that. So here I come again to talk about the past, reflect on the moment and project into the future. And doing
When the club is open, I'm all business.
I'm always at the point of contact. We have talked
Heads up, we
about
have incoming.
KYC. We have discussed the Civil War. We have discussed the Comoros, the January coup and the counter coup. Let's discuss another
Nice, but
important
I got more
personality
friend vibe for today.
Listen,
of
I
our
just bought a
personality
killer new accordion.
classroom A. I'm going to discuss, and we're going to discuss that personality from the point of view of the author of the book, Colonel Victor Banjo, A Revolutionary Betrayed. The author of the book is Nia Michele. He is my guest on stage of Mr. Maurice, good to have you here. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. You have written for some book. That's right. You think your book is controversial? I don't think so. Man, right? It's just think. Yeah. Yeah. Not to distortion.
Right. Talk to me, man. This better be good news.
That's really the book. Anyone read this book, the truth of what happened, right? And afterwards, this is the book we are talking about. Look at it. It's a book about Victor Banjo, setting the record straight. Through the book, Colonel Victor Banjo, A Revolutionary Betrayed. Kind of record about the street, especially when it's historical record. I think that people may have different opinions. And in as much as people have different opinions, then what should remain the truth, even if it's controversial. The truth for us, there's nothing to that's not controversial. That was religions. So we develop that even when truth still remains, we still develop a kind of controversy. It is natural, it's normal. If you read the book with objective mind, then okay, this is the truth. When you look at everything, you know, people develop their own view. Let me read from this book. Okay. I want to read from page 58. Remember, it's always a class of history, politics apart. So the author says that, however, on the third day when Agui Ironsi assumed office as head of state, and within such time, Banjo was becoming too popular for some people's liking. Colonel Victor Banjo was a person on the flimsy excuse that he had a pistol in his pocket while waiting to meet the head of state, which was contrary to the agreed down revelations. So that is the story we all know. Yes, he was with a pistol. Yes, talk about it. Why do you think he went there with a pistol? This was a measure of his life. Alright? He has not entered the office of the presidency. So he was in the corridor when some of his comrades in the army asked him with a short weapon because he was not supposed to confront them. In the army, that's what they did. You understand? So, see, the right to and was in the opposite way. Check that out. Right? Just leave. It's not sense. And again, the man was in the nation to be seen everywhere. So, just right now, like, it's like, that's how it works. So, the operation was the otherwise, So then, that would be
What I'm thinking, like, yeah, I can't remember. I'm talking about it.
So close. But like,
January. Is that so that confirms the point you are making. That's correct. That he was not part of the plan. That's correct. It's at the point I went on to state that Franco felt I with genuine feelings and seek to carry all those things which have been comfortable.
This fucking
Yes, action, interest in action, change, revolutionary, action. Yeah. Now, I was not. By the name of the revolutionary, it was a country, was a government at that
dude,
time.
for real. I
And
love that car.
we are not job.
Seriously?
Yeah, she did.
What?
That is demonstrated is online. And that's why we also to help to advise you also how to maintain order, how to change the face of the country for better. This is what that's what I would say. To carry on this way to the revolution. I was so interested in what that people say. Only senior revolutionary officer. My job was revolution. Was a revolutionary. And he felt highly by that revolutionary exactly. How do you know that he's revolutionary? Brilliant. That's right. That he won't see. Be comfortable with him. That's what the reporter, that's what they highlighted in his book. If you read the foreword that he said he has no superior officer to talk to. He wrote about the trust principle. Now, there was no senior officer or a great man that would allow somebody to be brilliant that and he knew that Banjo was very ruthless, was a revolutionary, and to Iran's, he saw him as a threat, and his advisor, he saw him as a threat. For him, for example, he convinced Northerners to support Iran's, and they agreed with him. That's Banjo. He was the one that coordinated the meeting. So Iran's saw him as a threat. If this guy can convince people, then you can say, oh, maybe this man would like to take over from me as well. So it was not surprising that the plan in just 3 days. And so people will see that this might be too much pressure in Hiroshima if he's committed to power. So he had to win. That's what they did. As some people's questioning John's revolutionary instinct to understand political environment. A revolutionary. I also question someone's revolutionary instinct. Okay, what's the as I get to that. Okay. What do you think is a revolutionary? It's a revolutionary revolution. It's a change. But to extend it further than that, a revolutionary is someone that has in mind to make a change. How a person has Boss, are you able to download his intellectual power to be a head of state? Acting. You see, I'm saying one was actually a good man as well in a way. But to be a good man is not synonymous. Synonymous to be someone that can administer a country. That is different thing. And that is where I began to question Musogu's revolutionary instinct. Okay. And